So in today's interview, I'm bringing onto the channel Kim Blanc, and Kim actually is a YouTube ads coach. He helps people, get qualified calls and grow their business through YouTube ads. And when he joined our program, he was doing about 5 to 6, maybe 7,000. I said 6 or 7,000 a month in his business. He's now doing about 20 to 30,000 a month, and he's projecting to get to $100,000 a month within the next 6 months. And there's no reason he can't do it. He actually moved from one-to-one coaching to group coaching. So it's a big transition that everybody needs to make at some point. He also moved from taking all of his sales calls himself to actually following a model for hiring and training enrollment specialists on your team, closers on your team. And so he has this story that he'll share on the call here where he was out at dinner with his girlfriend and a sales call was set that closed while he didn't even talk to them, and it blew his mind. And he realized he could sell these high ticket, $5,000 coaching packages without even having to be present to actually sell them while his clients are still happy. And the cool thing is, after he moved from one-to-one to a scaled group model, he found that the group actually was more valuable for his client experience than him delivering himself, and that was a huge breakthrough for him. So now he's going on to scale his business like crazy, and he's actually a really, really cool dude that I really respect and really like, and hope that you enjoy this interview with our client Kim. If you're doing anywhere from like $4,000 to $6,000 a month in your business right now, this is gonna be a great interview for you to watch. And if you want to make that transition like what Kim made, you should schedule your call using the link in the description to speak directly with myself or the team. And if you're not a good fit right now, we'll put you on the waiting list. We'll have you, come back around when you are good to go. If you are good to go and you are a good fit, you're ready to make this investment and ready to take your business to another level, just come ready to talk it out and see if it's a good fit. We only want to work with people that we know are good fits. Got like 250 people in the program right now, and every single one is somebody that we knew we could help, and that's why we get so many results for our clients. So schedule your call using the link in the description. And either way, enjoy this interview with our client, Kim. All right. So, Kim, welcome to the channel, man.
Thanks, Trey.
Yeah. And right before I kicked off the recording, you were already sharing some incredible stuff. I almost want to just pretend like there was no gap between before we started the recording and right now. It's share kind of what's happened recently in your business and some of the wins you've been having, moving from one-to-one to group, and some of your sales coming on automatically now that you've hired a closer. And I want you to share. I feel like I'm already stealing your thunder. I want you to share what's happened so far.
Sure. So from the first of this year, from January to October, I've been doing all calls one-on-one, and they've been great for client results. Clients have gotten great results for their program. But for growth and scale, that was a big thing. I just couldn't do it, right? You can't scale calls one-on-one, right? You just can't do it. So one of my main goals with you, Trey, was to learn how to go from one-on-one calls to a group program, where it's not me doing all the coaching, but more of a group style where our clients can coach themselves too. Yeah. And as of lately, it's funny because now all our group calls, I talk less. My clients coach other clients on their ads, right? Their offers, their funnels. Yep. I'm oh wow, this is really powerful, because now it's not just me speaking on these things. It's me times 10, right? And me times 10, all from the different backgrounds, and stories, right? So me from a vegan story or a vegan background, me from a business business consulting background, me from weight loss background. It's just so powerful how now we can all help our new clients get our results faster, pretty much. And I was telling you, Trey, that actually last month I was on a date with my girlfriend, having lunch, right? And then my new closer called me twice, and I missed the calls, right? I picked up, he's like, "Hey Kim, just closed our first client," and I'm like, "What?" This sale occurred with me not being on the first call, second call, or the close, right? It just happened by itself. Wow. And I'm like, wait, so if sales can occur with me not, closing them, how much clients can we bring on, right?
So sales can happen without you being on them. Coaching can happen without you being there. And now you're starting to realize oh wait, this business can really go much further than me.
That's it.
Yeah, man. That's how you get to 7 figures, dude. You make these transitions, man. You're laying the foundation for sure. And it's really cool to see. So I'm really happy that you're in the program. It's been really cool. You and I have had some back and forth here and there. You've been, for the most part, you've just been quietly doing the work, which is really cool to see. And so I don't think you're the kind of guy to just be on every daily call that we have and these sorts of things, but I don't mind that. I love that you took the information and you went and did it. And what's cool is I think you came from this like tiny little promotion I did on YouTube forever ago. It was like this tiny little, like, it's just a text post. It's like, hey, just looking for people to like, and you were like one of 6 people to buy this tiny little promo I did. And then we got on the phone. I think I was selling 1-to-1 spots on my calendar, like just for fun. I was just like, I want 1-to-1. And then at the end of that 1-to-1 call, I'm like, you know what? You should join our program. And you're like, yep, let's do it. I'm like, okay. And then you got in and you're just an action taker, dude. You just made the decision, and that served you really well. And I love seeing like that attitude not only has helped you grow your business with us, but also I think your clients and their decision-making is affected by the fact that you just go all in. And I think that's really, really cool. And it's a very needed trait for you to really scale. So kind of tell people like how many clients you bring on, kind of the general revenue level of where you were, where you are, what the transition has looked like. Cause everybody wants to know, and also like what you do and what you sell. Cause I think people want to know the tangibles of like, how much is this guy bringing in? What's his niche? What's his offer? And if you don't want to share what you're bringing in, that's fine. We can talk that through, but I want people to know the technical of where your business is at and what you guys sell and how it all works.
Sure. So we help coaches and experts like really scale their lead flow and app flow over on YouTube with ads pretty much. So it's all ads coaching program on like your ad video, your ad scripting, funnels, and just everything in ads and sales is needed to like get clients from I guess ads pretty much, right? Just ads. Mm-hmm. So where I was in the beginning doing the one-on-one was like at 5-10K a month, just doing one-on-ones back in I believe February and May. And then going from that to the group coaching now, it's like what 20-30K a month, right? Again, with sales being closed without me now, which is really important, right? really important. So like it's a big jump for my workload, for my mentality, right? My health. I'm like, wow, this is really it. Like the results are still there and they're getting better, with now the group format. But like, wow, the workflow to get the clients is like it's not even like hard anymore, right? It's just market and you get clients. Like, okay.
Yeah. It's just numbers, right? It's like if we get this many sales calls, we're gonna get this many clients, we're gonna do this much revenue that month. It's that simple. Yeah. It's so cool, man. I love that. I love that we were able to just help model that for you. Cause I think in our program, it's very clear, how our process works and you can see it from the inside out. And I think you just kind of saw that and we're like, you know what? Like I see why Trey built it this way and I'm just gonna model that, but for my niche. Am I correct? Was that kind of thought process?
Yep.
That's so cool. I love that, dude. I love that. So like, I guess one of the side benefits of joining CB is like, you get a look at how we run CB. And if you wanted to run your own version of it, you probably could.
Like Trey, I believe like that Trey that you said to like, join a call and like watch like how like you do the group calls. I'm like, right, hopped on and watched it. I'm like, okay, so Trey's saying this, right? Trey's asking these questions. Trey's doing this, right? Let me do the same thing for my clients. Oh wow, it worked. Keep doing it. It's working. Great. Cool. Like, okay, this is simple.
Yeah. And now all of a sudden you find yourself in this leadership position and I'm not even sure you set out to be like that way. Just you're looking for clients and all of a sudden you've got this community that's starting to feel bigger than you, I bet, right?
That's it.
Yep. It's an incredible transition.
Trey, one thing that I want to bring up too is like your latest topic of proximity. That is so true. Like people pay for proximity, right? They're paying to not only be with me, but with my clients too. And like learn from them, right? And like learn like, okay, so how did Manish like get like his ads to work this way? How did Christian scale his ads, right? Like it's not just me, right? They're paying to learn from like my clients too. So I'm like, that's actually the truth with coaching proximity.
Yep. It's beautiful, man. Like the more results you can stack, it's not like they're joining CB to be my student. They're like, I want to be in, like, people pay for proximity to the person, the people, the community, the system, or the process that generated the results that you market on the front. And so I tell our clients this all the time. I'm like, your job is to have higher quality prospects that turn into higher quality testimonials so you can attract higher quality clients, charge them more, and get them to take more action. So like the quality of your prospects really defines the quality of your product. Even if you're a great coach, you need great prospects. And so it's important that if you're at that 0 to 1 stage, I'm sure you, Kim, can look back at like maybe 3 or 4 really key clients that helped you establish your authority that then took you to a point where now you can do the things you're doing. And I think you have to maybe go through that 1-to-1 stage, or even that done for you stage. A lot of our clients are in that done for you service-based stage where they haven't quite moved into consulting yet. But once you have the proof, man, like consulting is all profit, it's all margin, and they're just paying for proximity and they're going to get the results. Like it's a beautiful thing how like in our community we've got these daily calls, and then at any given time we've tracked it. There's like 20 to 30 one-to-one calls connections between people every single day in our community.
Wow.
Like this person hanging out with this guy, or the people start little accountability groups on the side that we don't even know about. It's like I don't even learn about these things until somebody brings them up, because I'm so like detached from the process at this point. We've got this live event coming up in February, and we've had like 45 people apply to be there. And it's just like weird because I'm just running this business. Yeah, yourself included.
Someone, yeah.
Crazy because I'm just running this business from the top, and I'm just kind of trying to like a word that somebody said. It's like you're the curator. You're the connector. You're not necessarily the guy. You just kind of connect a great community to more people that want to be in that community. And then especially if you have a team of coaches, which I would encourage you to hire some coaches from your successful clients, which is what we've done.
Yeah.
Then you have got coaches that are front facing for your community, and you can charge more for your direct time because you only want to work with people one-on-one that like we're going to get them to 7 figures. You know what I mean? And that's when your time becomes more valuable. So dude, that taking those 2 steps is going to get you from 20 to 30, honestly, probably to 60 to 80 really quick. Bring on a team of coaches, charge more for your time, and maybe have one group call a week instead of the ones that you're having. And then all of a sudden, it's incredible what it does just purely by being a little detached. You actually increase the customer experience. You don't decrease it. A lot of our viewers right now are listening to this and saying, Trey, like, isn't it kind of selfish that you've pulled back because your clients want to be there with you? No, they don't. They want to be there because of people like Kim, because people like Michael, people like Jeremy, people like TJ, people like Wahab, all these clients that succeeded with us. And then they know that they're in the same community that all of our testimonies have come from, and that we only teach what we know works for them. So that's really why people buy. So I don't know, Kim, like walk us through where you're going to get your business and kind of like what your longer term vision is now that you've made this transition of one-to-one to group and hiring a team. What do you see the possibilities as now? And what were you concerned the possibilities were capped at before you made that transition? So like, where did you think you could get to? Now that you've done this, where do you think you can get to? You know what I mean?
So in the past, I believe like my limit or like my cap, I believe I could get to was like what, 30K a month? Because again, it's me doing the sales calls, me doing the coaching calls. Like what, back then it was like what, 12 calls one-on-one, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of calls. But now where it's like, okay, we can do 4 calls one-on-one, right? To like onboarding, and just make sure that the clients are staying, intact or on pace for results, as well as the group calls. And our team doing like the sales for me, right? The closing. I'm like, oh wait, okay, so what's stopping me from going from what 0 to like what 80, 120 a month, right? Is nothing. Mm-hmm. Just market, right? Get the leads, get the calls in the apps, and convert them to clients, and just repeat.
Yeah, just repeat the process. Yeah, dude. It really is just a numbers game for you now, dude. I would encourage you, like January 2022, start that process. I'd love to see you at a 6-figure rate this time next year minimum. Like you can do it. You've set the fields. I would say even for your onboarding calls too, like that's where you're gonna need some coaches, because like your time is gonna need to be spent on higher level marketing processes, doing interviews with your clients. Like right now I spend one-on-one time with clients that I really want to continue to help, like that I know need the help in order to succeed. And I think at one point yourself, you were on that list of like knew that if I just helped you make these transitions, then you'd succeed. So I'd like stepped in because I wanted to, not because I needed to. And there's that concept of like, when you're forced to do something, it doesn't actually come from your heart. But when you do it because you want to, like it's better all around. And so you actually build in this healthy boundary that allows you to be a better coach and a better service provider, because now you're stepping in when you want to, when you know that they'll take action, you know that they'll be helped by it, versus, being forced to because like they paid you for your time, and then it's like the coaching is like subpar. And I'm sure you experienced that. I think before we clicked on the recording, like you and I both had this moment of like agreement that like when we were doing one-to-one and when we weren't able to scale, like we were getting almost resentful of our clients. It was just like, I love these guys and I want to serve them, but goodness, it's like 6 hours a day. And like I just want to relax and like I'm burnt out. And dude, I mean, that's a huge shift. And I'm sure you've experienced that. Am I right?
Yep. You're right.
Yeah. That's a good feeling, dude. So 100K a month. When do you want to do that by?
When do we do it by?
Let's do some live coaching here. Help you make it happen.
I'll give myself a very conservative, as my clients say, conservative time frame. Probably Q2 next year.
So like
April,
early
right?
June or something like that.
Like April, May, June. Yeah, around there.
Cool. Cool. I think you can do that. I'll hold it in the back of my head, June. What do you have to do between now and then to get there in your eyes?
Hmm. Probably to get there, hire someone for the onboarding call, as you just said, right? Because that's gonna be a lot of calls taken for the onboarding.
Mm-hmm.
Probably hire someone for our clients for the scripting calls, because I'm a great ad scripter. Like I'm probably the best in the market right now, but I'm just one guy, right? So I need, of course, more people on team to do that for our clients.
Cool.
And just yeah, just more leads, right? And more ads, marketing.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Yeah, it's a pretty simple process, isn't it? It's just like, I would encourage you to make sure that that person that you hire is a client, and it's one person that fulfills as much of that as possible. So like, I think you're tempted to hire different people for different seats, but
Yeah.
like reality is, you know as well as I do that just like YouTube ads or any other form of advertising or marketing is like a holistic thing that you have to understand.
Yeah,
You got to understand all of it in order to understand one piece of it. You know what I mean?
it
Like you
is.
can just understand one and then apply it to the whole. And so if you have different people giving your clients different sets of advice, it's going to conflict, and then I can be able to get results. This is why like our coaches understand every element, even though we call them, hey, this is the sales, like, Jeremy Pogue on our team,
Right.
he's our head of enrollment. Like if you join the program, odds are you're going to talk to Jeremy. And so we'll have him review our clients' consults to kind of see how they're handling them. But at the same time, he also knows how to build an amazing product. If you wanted to ask him that, he also knows how to handle client issues. He also knows how to do organic marketing. So he knows all this stuff. But then we plug him into one coaching role because we want our community to know who they should go to for what, but also know that we can all help with everything. Just because we specialize in our coaching doesn't mean we don't know the other branches as well. So I think it's important that you create that setup that people know they can ask other questions, but not that they feel like limited to only those, like their specific specialty, if that makes sense. Because then also, like I said, you're going to have different coaches that have different opinions, and it's going to conflict, and it's not going to synergize very well for your clients. So just something to think about. I would see if you can make that like copywriter and the onboarding and maybe even like your head coach like one person. And if you just make it one person and you pay them 6,000 to 7,000 a month just to be really, really heavy in your community and like all in, and the head coach and like this main figure,
Yeah.
it's going to do a lot for your business. It's going to do a lot. It did a lot for us. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's
That's
the
right.
rule, man. That's the rule. And then once that happens, how much time will you have? So if you bring them on, how much time are you going to have?
For what?
Anything else? How much time does it give you back? Like a week, how much time do you spend coaching right now?
Probably like 5 hours a day.
5
Maximum.
hours a day?
Maximum. Yeah, maximum.
If you bring this guy on, you can bring it down to 1 or 2 hours a day, which gives you 3 hours a day to work on getting more calls, training your closer, developing your program, making it better. Like if I didn't open up margin in my time, I wouldn't have been able to build such a great like program for content, and then also the community aspect. Like I wouldn't be able to I wouldn't be able to have this live event. No way I could do that with 5 hours a day coaching. No way I could do this stuff. And so I think, yeah, that's gonna be an extremely important role for you to bring on so that you can focus on more marketing, training your team. You really need to move from coaching your clients to coaching your team. That's at the end of the day, that's the transition that you need to make from coaching clients to coaching team, right? And they won't be as good as you for the first 30, 60 days. But this is where you can step in when you decide to fix the errors that they might be making without, when you're talking to your clients, blaming them for anything, because like you're not allowed to do that as a leader. You can't be like, oh, they said the wrong thing. Like that's they lose. It's just like a kid who needs to see that their parents are in sync. If your community sees that your team isn't in sync, they're going to feel insecure about the relationship. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, dude. Now you've got it, man. I'm like, I don't even know where to take this interview. Like, you're killing it. Is there anything that you want to share, like, with our viewers that would maybe help them make this transition themselves? Maybe that's something you can think about.
Sure, viewers. I will say that going from the one-on-one to the group calls have made the results a lot better for the clients. And when it happens, like results is getting better, that makes marketing a lot easier for us on the front end, as well as referrals easier too. So lots of our clients talk to their friends about, hey, this Kim guy, is a great program. You might want to join us, right? The friends come, bring more for them. Like, okay, wow, this is really powerful. I should probably like, why did it, like, what was like, what's stopping me from doing this in the beginning? It doesn't make sense. Like, just so it's very beginner thinking. Like, no, it must be, you know, either done for you or one-on-one. Like, that was done. That was done.
So you're saying it literally generates more testimonials for you now. You're saying like you have more client wins. Wow.
And referrals too.
Yep. We had the exact same experience. I think you've sent us some referrals now, haven't you? We've had a few people join from you, I'm pretty sure. Or at least people that say they know you. Maybe they're not referrals directly. Like, yeah, I know this guy, Kim. I don't know. Maybe something like that.
So yeah. I do talk a lot like about you and the guys that I trust and follow. So I do like talk a lot about people, but I don't sure if I ever referred anyone directly. Hey, go here, this link here, we can call.
Yeah,
that way.
Yeah. Well, I need to figure out how much I owe you. I need to figure out. I give 30%. I need to figure out how many people you've referred. Probably like at least 4 people, at least. Like you've referred some business. So, well, cool, man. Like what key takeaways have you gotten now? I'll kind of wrap up the interview here because like I hope the viewers don't blame me for having not a very linear process with these. I'm just like whatever makes sense to talk about. I think to kind of start to wrap it up in a bow a little bit, what key takeaways have you taken from your initial investment into the consulting blueprint community? At the time, it was High Level Systems, but we changed the name because that just did not fit with what we actually do. Consulting Blueprint, help you start and grow your consulting business or scale your existing one. Like, what have been the key takeaways you've gotten? And maybe just download them straight to our viewers. Like, because I genuinely believe, like, whether somebody pays us a dime or not, I want to add value to them. So maybe you could save some people some money and be like, yo, here's what I learned. Here's what you need to do. What would that be?
So I've learned, one, that having a group or like having a community of clients like who can not only be coached by you or your team, but themselves too, right, is a lot more valuable like for their results and their experience than just doing like one-on-one, for sure. Also, I've learned the value of just modeling success, right? So just coming in here to this program, Trey, literally just watching you, studying you, right, and doing the exact same thing. Again, just model success. Like, no point trying to do yourself. Like, doesn't make sense. Just don't do that. It's just dumb. And then the third thing is, I believe Ben, right? Ben's like our OM.
Mm-hmm. He's my operations. Yep.
So the way that Ben, or the way that you brought Ben in to like make like the product better, because I believe lots of coaches these days, they don't really like, it's more about sales and money, not about the actual clients and the products. So like it's very lackluster over here for the product side. So I learned from Ben, right? All right, let's how can we like improve the coaching, right? The videos, the coaching, the client experience. That way clients can obviously like get results, but two, refer like more people to us. Because again, that's a big part of of the thing, right? It's the client experience and their results, for sure.
Yep. 100%. Yeah, like it honestly is a shame how much worse our front is. Like I really feel like I need to like be better on YouTube and be better with our funnels and everything. Like, but like our referrals are so strong, and like it's so rare that we hop on the phone with somebody that we know we can serve and they don't move forward with us because they just see like how much we can help, and how quickly we can get them results and how quickly our other clients have gotten results. And so it's like, I've got these haters on my videos, Kim. I don't know if you've seen them, but like it's been like every video for the past like 6 videos are like, this guy's a scammer. There's no way he's making this much money with this size of an audience or whatever. And like, hopefully they're watching this right now, because legitimately me and the team have joked about it. Like, we want to have you on an interview. We want you to explain to us how we're faking it. Cause like we want to, honestly, I want to learn, because I want to know how I can avoid that objection as much as possible, because our front end does not speak to the value of our back end. It's like, we have a completely other universe on the other side of CV that people don't even like know about almost. And so it's like, I'm just learning, how do I play influencer while also playing like high-end operations manager guy for this like actual consulting business, And so it's an interesting like season of growth for me, dude. Like this season of November, where we've done like 125,000 this month so far, with I think like 7 days left or so now. And so we'll probably wrap like 150 to 180, depending on if a few deals go through. And like, for me, the crazy thing is that like, I feel like I am working less, but I'm working on the right things. And I imagine you feel the same way now that you're like kind of almost putting a ladder in place for yourself to climb in your business, right?
Right. That's it. Like it's more the operations, it's more the actual product itself, not just, hey, let's, do this post or like it's more like what's going to increase client results and like experience, get us more results to market, right? And get referrals to get more clients. And again, it's a loop.
Yes. It's the feedback loop of results leading to more consults, leading to more sales, which leading to more results.
That is it.
And it all is centered around a great product.
That's it.
So, amen, dude. It's been great having you on the channel, man. Thanks for some of your time. And when I stop the recording, we'll hang out here for a sec, okay?
Okay.
Cool. Thanks for your time, Kim. Let's
No
do an update interview when you're doing 100 in June. How about that?
Do it.
Cool.